let the shots go with belief and with confidence. AJ is one of the best finishers in the heavyweight division. When he puts his shot...
And welcome to London, England. It's now time for the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing scheduled for the unified heavyweight championship of the world. Now, set to make his ring walk, please welcome the challenger, Kubrat, the Cobra Pulev. Set to make his ring walk, the reigning, defending, unified heavyweight champion of the world, AJ Anthony Joshua.
So I think Joshua's just got to be totally focused here, get his jab going, and let everything flow up.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the SSE Arena Wembley here in London, England. We are live on Sky Sports Box Office and DAZN for the featured bout of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing scheduled for the unified heavyweight championship of the world. It's all being brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing in association with Mr. Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated, Epic Sports and Entertainment, and 258 Management. We're proudly sponsored by William Hill, StubHub, Lannistar, AO.com, and JD Sports. This bout is sanctioned under the auspices of the British Boxing Board of Control, the steward in charge and supervisor, Mr. Charles Giles, the World Boxing Association, the president, Gilberto Jesus Mendoza, the International Boxing Federation, the president, Daryl J. Peoples, the World Boxing Organization, President Francisco Paco Valcarcel, and the International Boxing Organization, the president is Ed Levine. Introducing your 3 judges scoring this world title contest from ringside. From England, Phil Edwards. From Bulgaria, Jordan Azikiev. And from Italy, Matteo Montella. Your timekeeper from England is Stephen Pucci. And at the sound of the bell, your third man in the ring from South Africa, referee Dion Duarte. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from the 4 corners of the world to the 4 corners of this ring right here in London, England. This is it. The time has come. The fight starts now. Introducing first, the challenger. He's fighting out of the red corner with his head trainer, Eben Kaysen. He wears the red trunks and stands 6 feet 4.5 inches tall. He scaled 17 stone, 11 pounds, 11 ounces. His professional record, 28 victories against 1 defeat. He has 14 wins coming by way of knockout. Out of Sofia, Bulgaria, here is the former European, IBF International and WBA Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion, Kubrat, the Cobra, Pulev. And his opponent across the ring, the defending champion, fighting out of the blue corner, with head trainer Rob McCracken. He wears the white trunks and stands 6 feet 6 inches tall. He scaled at already 17 stone, 2 pounds, 13 ounces. In 2012, he captured Olympic gold. And now, as a professional, in 24 bouts, his record stands at 23 victories, with 21 wins coming by way of knockout, against 1 lone defeat that he swiftly avenged in the ring. From Watford, England, he is the heavyweight fighting pride of all the United Kingdom. Here is the reigning, defending, unified heavyweight champion of the world, AJ Anthony Joshua!
Heightened anticipation as they come head-to-head again after the touch paper was lit at the weigh-in that boiled over. What happens next? The latest chapter in the rich heavyweight tapestry that sees Britain boast 2 world champions. Tyson Fury declined the invitation to experience this up close. 1,000 fans have lapped up the chance. No longer the eerie atmosphere for this pre-Christmas cracker as the WBA, IBF and WBO champion Anthony Joshua defends his treasure against this well-schooled, vastly experienced and very proud Kubrat Pulev. Biggest night since Fury Wilder, and it's here in London.
Yeah, you can see both guys pretty cagey here at the start. You see a lot of respect there for each other. Joshua just trying to find that range, trying to jab the body.
That battle of the jabs, so vital in the early exchanges. Pulev's got a good, thudding, solid jab, which he honed in a really good amateur career. Joshua, we know, has an excellent jab, and it's fast as well. The younger man by 8 years, Joshua. Both will be looking for this sharp start.
Yeah, both men really switched on here. You can see the concentration factor is top notch. Both guys very cagey here, trying to find their range, trying to establish the jab.
There's one from Joshua and one from Pulev. Both extremely seasoned in their different ways via different routes. And they were meant to meet at the end of October 2017. Pulev pulled out 11 days before with a injured shoulder, but he said he's glad he did. He wanted to be 100% for this opportunity. He didn't want to just take the money. He's got that ambition. Good jab from Joshua.
Yeah, good jab from Joshua. Lots of feinting going on there. Like I say, both men trying to lure the other one into making a mistake that they didn't capitalise on. Pulev.
Yep, trying to follow it up with a jab. One back from Joshua. Pulev trying
to be exploited, although Pulev doesn't go to the body very well either. Long right hand, it's blocked. Jab, you can see the range advantage for Anthony Joshua.
Oh, Kubrat Pulev, the 39-year-old, in fight number 30. It's the 25th. Red and green. He'd be so honoured to take the world titles back to Bulgaria. not a real boxing nation. Remember the likes of Martin Krastev, Tonchev, but no one at heavyweight really, although his dad was a Bulgarian heavyweight champion, and he's doing this for him in his memory. He's fueled Pulev, and he believes he can find the flaws, the vulnerability that he said he saw as the world saw against Andy Ruiz. Joshua with a terrific punch-perfect performance, executing the game plan to win the belts back. Very different now. New time for AJ. And look at this with a hand speed, and Pulev just smiles. He's had a pretty good chin over the years, although he did get dispatched by Vladimir Klitschko down several times when he lost his first world title challenge. The only defeat, though, for Pulev, and Ruiz the only one for Joshua, who tries to jab the body. Wild and woolly from Pulev.
Yeah, Pulev trying to pressure Joshua with his feet, trying to put that front foot, trying to pressure Joshua with his presence, but Joshua controlling the distance with his jab.
Just thinking whether to spring in Pulev. There's the jab again from Joshua.
I think Pulev needs to come in behind that jab. Single jabs are no good. He needs to double that jab up, or try and time the jab of Joshua and come over the top with his right hand.
Strong, steady look to Pulev, who's been so at ease this week, so confident that he's going to upset the odds and inflict a second defeat for Joshua. Good jab to the body again, Matt.
Yeah, nice jab to the body. He just keeps Pulev at distance. Pulev, you can see he's trying to edge closer, keeps nudging forward with that front foot, trying to exert pressure on Joshua. But Joshua using the jab. Jab to the body's good. Keep him at that distance. Control the distance, control the range. Him, like I say, Pulev, he's trying to edge closer all the time. Good defense here from Pulev. Joshua unloading with both hands. Pulev tucking
ABF, WBO, even the IBO World Heavyweight titles on the line. Not the WBC, of course, that's Tyson Fury's property. He'll be watching from home, I'm sure, and all the talk about whether they will meet in 2021. Joshua hasn't mentioned his name at all this week, focused on Kubrat Pulev, and we know about banana skins and all best laid plans. Dillian White downstairs commentating on the radio. He found out against Alexander Povetkin a few weeks ago.
Yeah, and Joshua found out himself against Andy Ruiz in Madison Square Garden in New York, so I don't think he'll ever make that mistake again in his whole career. I don't think he'll ever take his eye off the ball. He's totally focused here on Pulev, and so he should be.
That's right, all the talk was about Deontay Wilder then. How the heavyweight world can twist and turn as Pulev tries to club in a right hand. And the judging of distance, crucial with this. Right hand from Joshua, who's come in, I think, at the best shape at 17.213. And Pulev was the lightest he's been at 17.1. Really in fantastic condition.
Yeah, Pulev looking for that lead left hook, but Joshua said,
Big right hand from Joshua in the third round. And Pulev took that, but he was hurt. And there's the defiance from Kubrat Pulev, but he was shaken by Joshua.
And this is where AJ needs to be a little bit careful. This is exactly where he got hurt with Andy Ruiz, getting reckless, going aggressive, and going towards him.
Beautiful right hands from the champion. Knocking Pulev around the ring. Hits him with an uppercut as well. Another uppercut. That hurt Pulev. Pulev's on the ropes. He's hurt. He turns his back.
That's the second time Pulev turns his back.
That fight could have been stopped. That's a knockdown, but that could have been stopped.
Let's try this again, Brian. Anthony Joshua is a composed and ferocious finisher. Watch this.
That's what you said against Ruiz. Let's see. Can he close the show? This is impressive. This is the destroyer that we saw through his first 20 fights. Pulev is hurt. Pulev on the ropes again. turns away. Does he want any more? The uppercut. Pulev down on his back. Second knockdown of the round. Two knockdowns. There's 17 seconds left in this round. They get him back in there. This could end. Joshua showing the complete repertoire. Uppercuts, right hands, now a hook. Another uppercut. That uppercut has found a home. He is hitting him every time. And the round ends, and whoa, and that's well after the bell and unnecessary. Very impressive round nonetheless.
Now, that very easily could have been stopped. Joshua coming in, Pulev lunges with the jab. Joshua feints, ducks it, lands that big right hand. And before Pulev can go down, he stumbles into the corner with his back turned. Sergio, I've seen fights stop because of that.
That's all body language. That's a big man not knowing how to react to being hurt. That's a big taboo in boxing, guys. You don't turn your back, but that's instinctive. That's something that Pulev's not used to.
When you turn your back like that, the fight can be stopped. We've
Absolutely.
seen it many times. That means you no longer want to continue, and the referee should save you. Now, I don't know if that's what Pulev wanted, but he was almost out on his feet. And then here's the second knockdown. Beautifully done. The uppercuts are just gorgeous from Anthony Joshua as he now can't wait to start this round. Come on, ref, let him start. What is he doing?
He's admonishing them for the end of that last round. Couple of cheap shots at the very end.
Well, to that point, you could take a point away or at least warn Joshua and take a point away. I don't know if it matters, but he's right about that.
See, that's the thing about a style like Pulev, where his hands are so wide. A clean right hand, if it's well timed, can land cleanly, and that's what happened there.
Well, that was an impressive round. Look, that's exhilarating, and that's Anthony Joshua at his best. Big, fluid. He was boxing well, moving his head. He seemed tentative. We wondered where the confidence was, or at least I did. And then he opened up, landing his big shots. That was beautiful. Sharp jab from Joshua. Now he's snapping it out, followed by a right hand. Pulev is on shaky legs. He's a tough man, but he's been knocked down twice already. Again, Pulev's only lost to Vladimir Klitschko, November of 2014. Blood on the back of the head of Kubrat Pulev.
Well, that's what happens when you turn your back, Brian. See, that's an instinctual reaction. See right there, Pulev still has game.
That's his right hand. That's his money shot. He threw the jab and came up with a hard right hand, and that's his best weapon. So Joshua clearly cannot just walk to this man.
No, it's a very smart strategy throughout for Joshua to keep fighting off that jab. Look for opportunities to throw the right hand, because once he lands one clean, it visibly hurts Pulev.
And again, I brought up, this was, to that point, the Anthony Joshua we saw in Saudi Arabia. And again, there's a fine line between masterful and reluctant. But now in this fight, we see he was able to flip the switch, and he went full bore for the knockout in the third round. Give him credit for that.
And you have to remember, when talking about Andy Ruiz, we're talking about one of the best chins in all of heavyweight boxing. So you know what you're getting into with that type of fight.
Pulev now showing some resolve, getting back into this fight. Again, he did not know where he was. Turned his back, somehow kept going, got knocked down on his back, took a late shot from Joshua after the bell. And now he is back in this fight in the fourth round. About 40 seconds left.
Well, so far, Joshua's staying composed. He didn't get the finish, but he is staying composed, and he needs to be on his toes, because right now Pulev, it was fight or flight for Pulev, and right now he chose fight. He's coming forward, and it looks like Joshua knows that now, and he's going back to the jab, backing up, being careful.
Look, at heavyweight boxing is a show, and the heavyweight division was revitalized when Deontay Wilder was knocking out guys with one shot, when Anthony Joshua was knocking everybody out, and then when Tyson Fury boxed beautifully against Wilder and knocked him out. So Joshua can make a statement here and lead to a true super fight next.
Difficult fighter to knock down at this level, but is a difficult fighter to keep down, as Vladimir Klitschko learned in 2014.
I'm very surprised he's still in this fight. I mean, Chris, when he was getting rattled around, it looked like it was going to end. He was badly hurt.
And I think Joshua knows that. That's why he's going back to the jab and boxing off the back foot, because Pulev, he has fight in him. Pulev's coming forward looking for the right shots.
Joshua, if he's thinking this way, I mean, it's unlikely at this point in the fight. I'm sure he still wants to stop his man, but that's a 10-7 round. Your winning round's going away. You can win this fight by being smart and being selectively aggressive.
Yeah, I don't know if I call it a weakness, but I had this conversation with Manny Robles. Rob McCracken in Joshua's corner is consistently telling him what we're talking about. Throw the jab, fight behind it. But Joshua's instinct is to be entertaining, to please the crowd, and that's what sometimes gets him in trouble.
Well, remember the conversations we had in Saudi Arabia with Joshua, in that we were told by McCracken and Joshua, hey, as an amateur, I was a real boxer. I can box, I can get on my toes, I can box. I just fell in love with my power. So now, do we see in this next phase of his career that the best of both worlds, the combination of his boxing ability and his power, that would be something truly special? Good hard jab and a right hand by Joshua. That just snapped the head back on Pulev. That's a hard, beautiful jab.
That right uppercut will... That right uppercut will land again. That straight right will land again, but he has to be...
Oh, vulnerability sells. Neither one of those guys considered unbeatable. Both have significant flaws that begin with their chins. When Anthony Joshua was knocked out, Fury has been knocked down by a couple of guys, including Steve Cunningham, kind of a blown-up cruiserweight. So it's an excellent...
Now you get him back. Now I need you to start throwing that 1-2. Right hand, okay? I need we don't going in vision.
I think he's doing exactly what I said earlier.
This is what he has to do right here. See that jab? He's not getting carried away with it.
Effective work by Anthony Joshua in that round. Good hard body shot.
Kubrat Pulev, who's got wins over Derek Chisora, European title. He's won that a couple of times. And Hughie Fury. What a victory this would be if he could somehow come back from that awful third round and turn the tables. Kubrat Pulev. Dillian White knocked out by Alexander Povetkin in that upset. We've had the Teofimo Lopez upset of Vasil Lomachenko. It's been a strange sort of comeback, hasn't it, to boxing? And you just never know with these heavyweights.
Yeah, and especially under these different conditions. We have a crowd here tonight, but there has been no crowd up until tonight, and that affects different fighters in different ways. And as you mentioned there, the Lomachenko Lopez, that was a huge upset.
Joe Joyce as well, the other night, beating Daniel Dubois to win the British, Commonwealth and European titles. He's going with his right hand, Pulev.
Yeah, Pulev just trying to measure that. Throwing a lot of feints here, Pulev. I think he's trying to feint the jab and look to jump in with that lead left hook.
Joshua trying to regain control with a wide stance and the timing. So many sparring partners he's had up in Sheffield. Pulev doesn't care at all. Any reputation being the underdog doesn't seem to bother him, does it?
Well, he's only lost that one fight to Vladimir Klitschko. He's a mandatory challenger. He was a fantastic amateur, well-travelled. He's shown tonight already what a fantastic chin he has.
Not round the back of the head, says the South African referee, Dion Duarte. Coming up to the last minute of the 6th round. It's becoming more physical, so that's what Pulev's trying to make it.
Yeah, and he really stepped in with that 1-2, then he really committed to it. Sometimes he can be a bit cagey with the jab. Tried it there again, just fell short that time, but Pulev doesn't always want to commit, but he's starting to commit more now.
Yeah, just trying to knock him around a bit. Kubrat Pulev, remember, it was a temple shot that started the problems against Andy Ruiz, and he did also have 1 or 2 issues against Vladimir Klitschko, of course, and had to sort of reset himself, Joshua. But what a heart and what class he showed on that epic night at Wembley Stadium.
Yeah, Joshua just landed some good jabs here now, these last sort of 30 seconds or so.
Yeah, moving well. Again, Joshua. That's what Robert McCracken and Angel Fernandez.
Yeah, nice movement there from AJ, just sliding out the way of that right hand from Pulev. Just seeing it there again, just nice little pivot out the way, let the
back to 2009. Here comes Joshua again. People just felt that this would be about the stage, the 7th, 8th, 9th, that Joshua might get to Pulev.
I thought there was a definite willingness on Pulev to commit more in that last round. He was stepping into the shots. Before that, he's been a bit cagey. He's punching at Joshua, jabbing the body, feinting. He has been a bit reluctant to commit, but in that last round, he was committing with the 1-2. He was committing with the lead left hook.
Getting behind the home favourite as Pulev tries another right hand. And an uppercut again from Joshua. First time he's tried that in a few rounds.
Good jab. A nice jab to the body.
Yeah, really nice that from Joshua. Wild right hand, but again look for the uppercut, and he's planting his feet now, and he's trying to up the ante again, but Pulev comes back with an uppercut of his own and just laughs it all off. What a tough man, what a hard man this warrior from Bulgaria is.
Yeah, Joshua really planted his feet and really dug those uppercuts in, but Pulev took them so well and came firing back. Good jab.
Thudding, spearing jab. At times he's been terrific tonight, Joshua, with his punch variety. But Pulev just won't go away.
Yeah, and I like the way he shot selection and paced himself. Yeah, he turned the screw there a little bit, put some shots together, planted his feet, realised that no, Pulev's still solid, he's still in it, and he's backed up again. He hasn't overexerted himself. That's experience. Good jab from Pulev.
Yeah, lovely jab from Kubrat Pulev. Huey Fury was telling us that was the danger. Right hand as well. Trying to close that distance.
Yeah, nice one too. If Pulev can get that bit closer with his feet, then when he does land that right hand, it'll be at the right biting distance. At the minute, like back then, he landed that right hand, but it was at the end of the punch, and the sting had gone out of it. So Joshua's doing to keep the fight at this distance.
Tyson Fury will be watching this with interest after that amazing win over Deontay Wilder. One of the great performances. Joshua's looking for a good one here.
And just stay very cagey, wait for the response.
Just as we go down the stretch now, can you see an AJ stoppage?
Yeah, it can end at any moment, but like I said, he needs to just step on the gas because Pulev's there for the taking, really.
Thanks, Peter.
Fantastic to hear the thoughts of Peter Fury. Anthony Joshua, people wonder whether the aggressive old Anthony Joshua would be back. We've seen that tonight. We've also seen him mix it up with that lovely jab and the movement, and Peter's saying get back to that, double jab him, because he's getting close, isn't he, Pulev? And maybe Team Joshua don't want that.
Yeah, I think Joshua just needs to keep Pulev at that distance at the end of the jab, keep jabbing and mix the jab up, but be a bit more variety with the jab, a few more feints, maybe feint the jab, hook off it, jab the body, double up on the jab. Don't become readable, because Pulev is trying to edge closer with his feet. He's trying to time the jab of Joshua.
Talking to Pulev in there, remember, he was saying, I'm going to be the last man standing. Right hand from Pulev was a sweet one here in the 8th round. This almost seems that he needs waking up at times, Joshua, as he goes back, and now he fancies the aggressive old book. He gets that out, mixing it up. It's exciting though, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I think, Pulev landed the right hand there, good right hand, but it was at the end of the punch. Joshua was already moving away from it, so the sting had been taken out of it. But this is good. This is good from Joshua, jabbing the body. Now throw the right hand over the top, or feint the jab to the body. and turn it into a left hook. But he's keep putting that jab down there, keep him busy, keep him thinking. You know, Pulev, he'll keep offsetting him, he'll keep him at range, keep him off balance.
Both are trained so frenetically hard for this. Must be so difficult. All 2020 for fighters not knowing when they were going to meet. It was meant to happen 3 years ago then. June the 20th at the wonderful Tottenham Hotspur Stadium was the plan, but 6 months on, it's here. We've got the fans, they're making noise, and we've got a good fight.
I like the way Joshua's using that jab to the body. It stops Pulev advancing in on him. You know, Pulev's always trying to get closer by nudging that front foot forward, trying to pressure Joshua with his feet. When Joshua gives him the jab to the body, it knocks him back and it makes him start again.
A plethora of jabs to the body in the 8th round, looking for the right hand as well. Pulev's not doing enough, is he, to take these sessions? He's got to do more. Still there, still a hard man to shift. But Joshua getting the cleaner punches home. And that jab is good to the body. That's been the punch to remember in this round.
Yeah, it's really good, but he just keeps Pulev.
It's only one defeat. Pulev trying again with the combinations. Not quite cute enough, is he? The quality is from Joshua.
Yeah, he's just a little bit too far out with his feet, Pulev, when he starts his attack, which means he starts to reach for it, falls off balance, and even though he's landing the right hand sometimes, the power has gone out of him.
Ever so brave, Kubrat Pulev, to have pulled himself up off the canvas and in real bother in the 3rd round. Nice shot from Joshua. He's shown enormous spirit. He's trying so hard to do this for his family. 2 million tuned in when he fought Klitschko. He's very good friends with some of the big Bulgarian sporting stars, and there's no boxers really. He wants to be that man. But Joshua boxing well here and looking for the uppercut.
Yeah, good work here from Joshua at long range, setting things up behind the jab, feinting the jab, hooking off it. Just got to be careful. Pulev coming in, still dangerous, looking for that 1-2. But like I say, Pulev is starting from too far out with his feet. He needs to get closer and then punch. The minute he's punching and he's reaching with the shot and he's falling off balance.
There's the uppercut again, doubles it, trebles it, and again Pulev holds. And still, he's
by Anthony Joshua.
You know, it's funny watching these inside exchanges. When Joshua throws that uppercut, Pulev doesn't seem all that interested in defending it. He's sort of allowing Joshua to continue to throw that straight up.
You rarely see 3 in a row land uppercuts, anyway.
It was like the end of that Gervonta Davis-Leo Santa Cruz fight.
Because it's a dangerous punch to throw, especially if you're a big man. It's rare to see big men like Joshua throw more than one uppercut like that.
Maybe watch that fight. I've never seen an uppercut like that.
Because it leaves you susceptible.
Another one, and Pulev is hurt. Pulev is rocked. He's on shaky legs, and down he goes.
That was 3 consecutive uppercuts that Pulev got hit with, and he is badly hurt.
He is wobbling around the ring, ordered back to the neutral corner.
15 seconds now for Joshua to finish.
3rd knockdown of the fight for Anthony Joshua. Right hand, and down goes Pulev, and that's it.
And there is your ferocious finish.
The count is on. And they get to 10, and Anthony Joshua has an emphatic knockout win. The champ is back and back in style. Taking the bow in London, and he deserves to.
4 knockdowns of a worthy world title challenger.
So he talks a little with Floyd there, gets a little post-fight advice. And and with a small crowd, you can do that. I think Joshua probably appreciates the respect of Mayweather coming out to the fight. And Anthony Joshua with a big...
Wouldn't get to his feet. That's it.
And Sergio, just the right amount of boxing skill and menace and damage being done by Joshua.
Joshua's one of the very few big fighters that loves throwing those uppercuts. But from Vladimir Klitschko to Kubrat Pulev, they land, and when they land, it's good night.
Look, we saw in the Klitschko fight that Pulev had no answer for those left hooks. In this fight, no answer for the uppercut.
Look at that. Even a big man getting an angle. Not only did he land the first uppercut, shifted to the right just to land it again.
And Pulev trying to stay on his feet, but just could not. And yet, look, another uppercut, and that lands flush. And Joshua continues to punch.
This is exactly what Anthony Joshua needed. He needed the knockout. He needed to answer questions. Did he answer his questions here of heart, of chin, of mental doubt? To me, he did.
Well, I think no question, Sergio, you're right. Look at that right hand. There is a highlight reel shot. That is Lennox Lewis Hassan Rahman right there. That was beautiful.
That was the very end of Kubrat Pulev. You saw after that last knockdown, he was sort of walking around the ring in a daze. Credit him for getting to his feet, but that right hand just detonated on his chin.
Oh, that's the coup de grace
hey,
right
listen,
there.
Lennox Lewis or Tommy Hearns, the way that elbow snaps, look at how the elbow snaps. He turns the wrist, pop. That's full extension on that right hand. Doesn't get more beautiful than that.
Talking about Hearns against Pepino Cuevas, one of the best right hands of all time. And that just finished things as Joshua can strut away as a winner. And to your point, able to have an